بروز جيمسكوم اليوم ديستيني 2 غنبدا دابا البروز، وقلت غادي نصور لكم فيديو باش نشوفوه بجوج. 4 9 5 4 3 2 وهداكشي. ليتس جو الدراري. مرحبا بكم الجارديانز.
Last time we got up here, we got a chance to show you Sابقtha, the Witch Queen, and her majestic throne world.
Since then, it's been a wild year for Destiny.
You returned
Yes.
to the original loot cave.
ديستيني عند الناس ديالها بوحدها.
Gallarhorn.
Then, you exorcised an ancient evil from a hive queen,
نايس.
so you could put it inside a grenade launcher.
And now, you've been spending the past few weeks cleansing a derelict Leviathan from its twisted nightmares.
In fact, the last year has been the best year we've ever had in the Destiny community. I hope you can feel it as well. And seeing this kind of
واعرة ديستيني 2 الا تخشعتي فيها واعرة بزاف.
inspiring.
Because our team here at Bungie, we're not just developers, we're also guardians. We're trying to build what we'd love to play in
هاي
Destiny.
دابا البلان
And that's what brought each one of
الا
us
شاريها سوني
brought us
واش
now
غتولي
to
اكسكلوزيف.
Bungie.
هذا هو البلان.
Also brought all of us to this final showdown between light and darkness.
So, without further ado, this is the
Hey.
beginning
Off.
of the end. This is Lightfall.
السيدات البراز. اوكي. فيها بزاف ديال الكونتوني يا صاحبي، فيها بزاف وكتبغيك تفارمي. او نايس. سبايدر مان.
I've seen
2023
that
نرجع.
thing 100 times now, and every time I see it, I still kind of get goosebumps.
Instantly, I had chills. It's all here. It's all happening now. Things are finally coming to a head.
Thematically, we really have been honing in on that kind of bombastic.
هاد الفيديو سبيسيال مال الدراري ديال الناس اللي كيلعبوا في
It's gonna
ديستني.
be over the top action, adrenaline pumping like the whole time.
This is really kicking off the conclusion to the Light and Dark saga.
هذه الكوين.
Finally face down this foe that we've been anticipating facing for so long. It's pushing it to 11.
Yeah.
We've been hinting at this malicious force in the darkness that's been our enemy behind a lot of our conflicts. We revealed that enemy, we put a name on it and put a face on it, and that enemy is the Witness. And the Witness is coming with its newly empowered disciple, Callus.
Callus is really crash
Callus.
landing with a new and more
Callus
powerful
يلمدينا.
army than ever before. They've got new powers, they've got new armor, they've got tormentors to join their ranks that are going to be bigger and badder enemies than we've ever faced. Callus is taking that army that he's bringing with him to be the harbinger of the Witness's doom.
This is such a pivotal moment for Destiny. Everyone is coming to have a last stand with Callus and the Witness to really avoid the next collapse, something that we've been trying to avoid ever since Destiny 1.
بالنسبه للدراري مازال ما لعبوش فيها، ننصحكم بها البراوز حيت فريمون لعبه في المستوى سوا جرافيك جيم بلاي في الكوب ديالها زوينين، وديما فيها الجديد فهمتيني. الدي سي ديالها ديما فيهم شي حاجه جديده، وعندهم كوميونيتي كبيره بزاف.
since the collapse.
Neomuna is the capital city of Neptune. It's a giant metropolis
Capital
that we were
city ديال
completely unaware
Neptune.
existed until now. What's interesting and exciting to me about this place is that it's pristine, it's new. It's not like a lot of the places that we've explored previously in Destiny.
بحال التيران ديال
Exploring that
الالينز
space
هذا.
is very, very cool.
There's so much new stuff to discover in Neomuna and in Neptune. And also I saw some new characters there.
بلا بلانيت نبتون وجايبين بزاف ديال لي كونتوني جديد على حسب ما قالت هاد الساطة هادي. بيرسوناج تا هما.
Cloud Striders can be compared to Guardians. They're both protectors of a civilization that's potentially under threat. But Guardians were chosen. It's their duty to protect humanity. Cloud Striders have chosen to protect their people.
There's like an awesome opportunity for the Guardians to learn from the Cloud Striders and their way of living and their philosophy of life.
So we've got the newness of that city, the newness of the Cloud Striders that we've never been aware of.
And then, of course, you get a glimpse of this green energy. I wonder what that is.
وندر وومن.
Strand is the
هادشي انرجي جديدة هادي ما عرفتش منين غيجيبوها.
something that's unique about Strand, unlike any of these other powers we've ever had before. When you play through Lightfall, you are discovering.
وكنظن كل واحد هذيك اللايت الخضراء غادي يعطيه شي بوفوار، واحد يعطي سلاح وواحد يعطي باش ينقز.
Has used Strand before.
This is the Guardian discovering darkness on their own and learning how to shape it and manipulate it and use it against Callus and his forces and, you know, have fun in the new urban environment of Neomuna.
غادي تكون
You are
اوبن
really
بزايد.
to prepare yourself for a wild ride.
We just got a glimpse of our new destination, Neomuna, our new foe, Callus and the Shadow Legion, paired with the Witness, and a very brief glimpse at Strand, but that's just barely scratching the surface of what this release has to offer.
Right, like what we've just seen in that trailer is just the tip of the iceberg, and we've got a whole lot more we're excited to show you coming up.
داكشي اللي شفنا في سميتو في التريلر هذا غير شي حاجة اللي قليلة ومازال جاي
Last
الكثير.
year, we wanted to return to our studio's roots in creating some of the best shooter campaigns in the industry.
That's been our legacy since Halo, and we tried to push that front and center.
كانت الكاليتي مقشرة
And it's
برا.
about more than
فرق
just
كبير ياك.
but creating an adventure in a handcrafted world full of surprises. Then we added the legendary campaign option. Because great combat needs to challenge you, to test your thumb skill, your tactics, and your build crafting.
And we heard loud and clear that you want more of that. In fact, 2 out of every 3 players that completed the Witch Queen campaign did it on Legendary.
You tested yourself against the Witch Queen in her Lucent Hive and rose to that challenge. And then you let us know it was one of the best shooter experiences that we've ever made.
So with Lightfall, we want to push that even further. We want to give you the best Bungie action experience that we can create with the brand new Lightfall campaign.
هذا كيفاش يديروا لي شي اكسكلوزيفيتي زعما فهمتيني يخرج بلاي ستيشن 5 هي الاولى. غادي تكون بشكل هاد القضيه يعني.
Everywhere in Destiny.
Neptune is this fantastic destination. The capital city of Neomuna is a really fun place to explore, and it's this bright neon metropolis. There's a harbor, office buildings.
خصنا نشوفوا الجيم بلاي اللي شفنا دابا ماشي الجيم بلاي.
This is a city that we've made, and using Strand to traverse through it and explore.
فيكو سي الدي ال سي الاخراني واقيلا هو الدي ال سي الاخراني غادي يعطيو فيه فهمتيني الماكسيموم.
Look at that up there. I wonder.
فيلعب شويه ناراتيف يعني فهمتيني ديريكتيف يعني كولوار واحد ما كتقدرش تلعب فهمتيني ماشي اوبن وور الا داروا اوبن وتقدر تسيركل وسميتو مزيان.
Neptune now has to deal with the cloak being pulled back and then being revealed to the world and are now central of the conflict.
Callus has taken his capital ship and just like planted it right down in part of the city, and it's Cabal occupied territory. It's a city under siege. You've got this infiltrator vibe at times where you feel like a tactical team.
مدينه اللي غتكون محاصره وخاصك انك تحرر.
all throughout the city.
اش كدايرين قداش مكلغين لي زينيمي.
That like characteristic Cabal brute strength. They're all about like volatility and power and
تقدر تجيك في اشكال الا ما شفتها الا كتشوفها ولكن لعبتي فيها تحس بانها فهمتيني راه مزيانه. الجيم بلاي ديالها واعر.
And then they fight alongside these terrifying new pyramid units called tormentors.
ديستيني دوك بديتها ما عرفتش شحال ديال الوقت امتى حبس ما عقلتش اكزاكتومون مي ديستيني دوك بديتها.
unstoppable behemoths They wield scythes. They can attack from a distance. They can bring you in close. They can drain your very life force from you. They are basically embodiments of terror.
It's like a boss character within the battlefield. You're
Dark Soul.
Okay, I'm playing through. I'm having fun.
Elden Ring.
Heads doing this thing, and then boom, there it is.
Okay.
All the new stuff going into the game. Strand, Tormentors, Shadow Legion, a cool new environment. These are all a great setting for a new legendary campaign, and we're still making sure that
دابا كيمكن لك تحكم فهمتيني كتولي لونتوراج كامل تقدر دير به ما بغيتي، تقدر تنقز الفوق تهبط فهمتيني تاكروشا في شي بلايص تبدل البلاصه ديالك. سامبا هاد اللعيبه.
And so we're going to bring that back for Lightfall.
Of course, you're still going to have that higher reward tier.
ملي كتكون لاعب كوب الا متي يقدر يعتق بنادم. سامبا مزيانه فهمتيني. الا عندك صحاب فهمتيني يقصروا معك فيها. نايس شوت.
Putting in the details and making this whole release come alive and continue to surprise and delight players. I am so excited to get this out.
Lightfall is unlike anything players have seen before in Destiny.
هذا بري الفا فوتاج يعني ماشي الفينال.
Of the Light and Dark saga.
يعني مازال ما كاينش فريمون نشوفوا واش عطاونا جيم بلاي. يقدر يتبدل فهمتيني دابا غيوريك داكشي الطوب ولكن تخاف من بعد عاوتاني يخرقوا داكشي فهمتيني يداون كراديو داكشي يولي محشار. واه.
Come on, amazing.
I'm super excited to dive into Strand and talk about all the new stuff that we just saw.
Strand, like Stacy,
شو هاد
is a
البوفوار واعر.
power from the darkness. Unlike our light abilities, which are all about creation, darkness is more about consciousness.
Strand is psychic energy that forms this extra dimension, this sort of matrix that connects everything together, connects all living beings and all minds. And you, the Guardian, are sort of gaining the knowledge and gaining the power to peer into this.
كل واحد كيفاش كيتحكم في هذاك البوفوار اللي جاي من لي تينيبر زعما جاي من الظلمات.
When Guardians learn how to use Strand, it's almost like this third eye opens up. It's about peeling back the curtain of reality, taking those connections and then weaving them into new objects.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool to see them come together. Like
شا كتولي تتحكم فيهم يمكن انك قال كتزاد عندك عين بحال كتزاد عندك شي عين وكتولي كتحكم فيها وترجعها سلاح ولا ترجعها سميتو. شا هذا ماشي شي حاجه هذاك الكراب ولكن اوكي. نايس واخا ما كاين والو فهمتيني فهمتيني واخا ما كاين والو تقدر تعلق بها.
But as we were developing, it's like, oh man, this feels like it's too much fun to just keep it to one class, right? So we made the call to expand this super cool new ability across all three classes. On the design side, we wanted to come up with how each of the classes interpreted this additional psychic dimension, like in their own way, right? So the Warlock, they're the telekinetic master of Strand. So they're going to be able to telepathically reach into the Strand dimension, pull matter out.
نتمنى انهم يزيدوا يخدموا مزيان حيت ما عجبنيش ديك الخضوريه اللي كتجي على البيرسوناج في شكل.
With the Titan, you're able to weave these claws and do an area of damage around you, spinning and slashing.
تقدر دير بها كات يوغ.
I think I'm most excited for is the Hunter rope dart super. The Hunter does a flip and weaves these strands into this rope dart and is swinging it as they're kind of moving around. The first time I saw that, even in its kind of like rough state, it just blew my mind.
تيبقاو يزيدوا فيه خونا اللي كيبقى خوتنا دوك الدقائق يعاودوا شي عادي هادي ديجا قديم هاد اللعب ما جايبين شي حاجه اللي جديده.
Build crafting. We put that all into Strand, and I'm so excited to see where players take it once it's out there in the wild.
هادي اللي زوينه اللي عجبتني انك كيبقاو معلقين تقدر فهمتيني تبلونطيهم فهمتوني اما الاخرى ديال انك تبقى تقرابي وتنقز من بلاصه لبلاصه ماشي شي حاجه جاوي شي حاجه جديده.
that are welcoming, inclusive, and that let you bring your old friends and make new ones. And since last year, over 5 million new Guardians have joined our ranks.
5 مليون ديال الناس اللي تزادوا اللي شراو الجيم.
More of your friends that would love to play Destiny with you. And the things that you want to see us improve in Destiny are also exactly what's going to make it easier to convince your friends
إلا
to come and check out the game.
كانت عندك واقيلا تكون
It should
فري.
be easier to create custom incredible builds. Easier to find people to play with. Easier to swap from being that boss melting, storm chaser wielding,
نايس اللعبة.
right into that ultimate yeehawing, dead man's tail shooting, Titan's rampart crutching sentinel.
And if none of what Joe just said makes sense to you, we want to fix that too. Because it's not about removing the depth that makes Destiny so great. It's instead about allowing everyone to dive deeper with ease.
زيد. زادوا بنادم وقعنا شنو؟
changes we're making to make Destiny easier to come into, changes to how you build your characters, changes to how you see what there is to do and what there is to accomplish. And in the year
شنو خرج بشورت وكاسكيطه زعما فهمتي
Destiny, so you can go and do some of the greatest content that Destiny has to offer.
All the teams are working together to build this experience, and so that's what's really exciting.
We keep on hearing from players like, hey, unless I have a friend to play with, I don't know what to do. And so what we're trying to give them is like, hey, here's a path to follow. Guardian ranks are basically like a knowledge ladder. We actually progress you through 11 ranks. And it's really like heavily focusing on like exposing players to all the systems of Destiny.
At some point, the story about you as a Guardian involves other Guardians and what they think about you. That is just a whole new dimension of your journey through Destiny that we've never really explored before. When you show up in the tower and you see that person who's at one of the highest ranks, you're going to know that you're looking at a player who's actually really demonstrated mastery of many of the different activities in Destiny, not just from our perspective, but from the perspective of other players. Some of the higher Guardian ranks will actually be asking for you to step up, to actually rise to the occasion and prove to other Guardians that you are a strong player and a strong leader.
تقدر تجويني دابا الناس عندهم بالرانك طالع. شي اللي فهمت وقعنا.
To be recognized for helping other people learn the game, but also provide more people to play with on a regular basis.
In the year of Lightfall, we're going to actually be investing in building a looking for group system in Destiny itself. You'll be able to look for other players, you'll be able to find groups that are looking for players.
I'm so excited about being able to form groups in the next coming year because it can be really hard to get through some of the hard content solo, and making it so much easier to find people to play with is just going to make getting into Destiny and doing the awesome content so much easier.
Yeah, and they'll be able to say, this is a player who I can trust to lead me through the new raid. I want to join their group. Or they can say, these are players who are new to the activity. I want to take them for that first raid because that'll be a great experience for them and a valuable experience for me as a leader.
It's really going to help players come together and understand each other better when they've never met before. It's going to make the game so much more social, and I think that it's going to really make Destiny players feel like they're on one team.
So commendations is a feature that you'll experience towards the end of an activity. So you end the activity now and you get to see the screen that has all the people you played with. You can click on one of the Guardians and choose what experience you had with them. So like, were they a good team player? Were they fun to play with?
There's no better
التلفزيون انا معقد شويه كاع.
show how good a person is as a
بلاصه مي يقادو زيدوا شو.
Then to have other players say, this person's a great teammate, this person's a great leader. It's really a system that's designed to let players show
رياكت اللعابه.
Also using the commendation system, people are going to be able to say like, hey, this person as a good leader, and looking at the Guardian rank system, they have a lot of experience.
يقتلون بنادم على حساب سميتو.
Person I want to help me get through this hard content that I've been struggling with.
Social games like Destiny give you an opportunity to like really connect with other people.
ولكن راه تكونيكتيك ولكن او ميم طون.
Get to know each other, and with a system like LFG, you're making it so that more people can get that experience started than ever before.
Both the loadout screen and the mod manager are completely new features.
The mod manager is meant to make build construction Destiny a lot easier.
We all love our fashion game.
تولي تعزل فهمتيني شنو خصك الا كنت باغي دوز مثلا شي حاجه اللي صعيبه وخاصك شنو خصك هذا وخصك السيلي هاد اللعاب وخصك السيلي هاد اللعاب كتسيلي هاد اللعاب فهمتي غتولي تعزل واقيلا في السكواد هادشي اللي حسبت انا ما فهمتش انا حيت انا نوب شويه في لونجلي الدراري غادي نتعلم مزيان باش نبقى ندير لكم بحال هكا شروحات في اللايفات فهمتيني ملي يكون شي حاجه رياكت عليها لايف ونشرح لكم كاع شنو تيجي كاع كل خين شويه في الانجليش.
Accommodation system mixed with guardian ranks. We're giving players even new aspirations. It isn't going to be just about power level. It won't just be about gear. It's also going to be about that guardian rank. It's going to be about those commendations. It's all the ways that we're bringing players together.
So today, we are also launching a brand new season of Destiny 2. And as we've evolved our season,
انا تخو طاق بو موا باش نبداها فهمتيني الجيم باش نبداها واخا كنت بديتها شحال هادي
amazing character moments.
ما نقدرش نعاود نبداها من الديبار صعيبه شويه حيت بزاف.
long past the era of content droughts. Instead, there are exciting story and events happening in Destiny almost every week, year-round. And we're not slowing down.
Each season, we want to keep raising the bar for narrative experiences in any live game. We want to keep pushing to create unexpected adventures that'll make every season of Destiny unique. And we want to keep listening and learning from you, the Destiny community, so that we can create the strongest seasons of any live service.
Because the witness is coming. And if we want to survive, we need a crew. We need to enrich our defenses. If you're feeling surly, maybe even loot our enemies.
We may even need to find a captain to join us on our next adventure in the season of plunder.
Okay, let's see that. قولوا لي في الكومنتات الدراري واش كاينين شي وحدين اللي كيقصروها باش نعرف. انا ماشي شي فان ديال هاد اللعبه هذا مي اون بليس مو على تخوازيام ملي كيكون اللعب فيرست بيرسون كتجيني شويه اللعبه معقده شويه كنبغي التروازيام بيرسون حيت ملي كتشوف الاف بي اس اللي كيلعبوا تيبينوا لك ديما على تروازيام بيرسون ديما كيبينوا لك شي واحد تيدابز ولكن ملي كتكون لعاب راه انت كتكون كتشوف الفيرست بيرسون فهمتيني كتجيك كل احسن اكسبيريونس انا كتجيني هي التروازيام بيرسون كتشوف بنادم من اللور كتشوف السكين ديالك كتشوف اللعب ديالك كي داير اما باش تشوف السلاح ديالك شنو تيدير فهمتني واخا ديستيني عجيز عليه سي اوف ستارز ديل سي Auguste, 23 décembre.
What are you most excited for season of plunder?
شو الحسان هذا الله يهديكم ما تبقاش تكدروا علينا كل خطره تخرج لك شي وحده بشي حسانه ما كاين وهاد البنات ماشي الدراري هي البنات
We're swashbuckling onto enemy spaceships. And then we're also learning a lot of things about some of our favorite characters.
We're going to have an adventure this season.
Season of Plunder kicks off with Aramis being freed from her icy prison. She's collected old, fallen crews of pirates and rogue cabal together in order to hunt down mysterious relics and treasures.
It's time to meet your end.
So guardians are tasked
وقت لكي تلتقي بنهايتك
collecting these relics. And in order
خليك
to
عندي
do
الانجلي
that, you
والعربيه
create
جاي
your own crew of shady dealers and backroom brokers.
Drifter, Mithrax, Ido, and Spider are going to be helping you.
Anchors away. Ready when you are, Captain.
That's the beginning of Season of Plunder.
Guardian of the Galaxies هذا
is forming a pirate crew of your own. You're going to fill it with different crew members that you can recruit over the course of the season. drifter. He's going to toss you the keys to your personal catch. Then you're just going to set out into the stars and do cool pirate stuff.
So excited.
I'm so excited. لعب داكشي محشر. I'm so excited to see the end. To see the...
One of the mainstays of this season is a new 6-player offensive called Catch Crash.
لي ديفلوبر ما تبقاش نسمع لهم ولا بحال هكا. كنشوف الجيم بلاي، كنشوف اللعب كي داير، كنشوف شنو غيجيب. اما تبقى تسمع ليه شنو تيقول.
Just like seeing Catch Crash through the different iterations, like
يبيعوك العجل.
deck of the ship.
You get to become your own ammunition and launch yourself from a cannon to the other ship.
اوكي.
And you are
تدوز من باطو لباطو خصك تدخل بواحد
you're gonna go mess them up.
الكانون باش يتيريك للجهه الاخرى.
The second big activity we have coming this season is called Expedition.
شنو هاد الاكسبيديشن؟ زاد واحد لعبه سميتها اكسبيديشن.
A massive drill that's looking for this buried hidden pirate treasure, and you're going to have to be fending off of all these pirate crews trying to protect their hoards. And then our final new activity coming this season is what we're calling pirate hideouts.
We have so many like different little maps that you can piece together fragments of this season, and they lead you to the lair of the pirate lord, right? Their hideout.
These are their caves where they're hoarding all of their amazing treasures and their mysterious relics.
These relics are mysterious objects of dark power, and they're all over the system. We don't know exactly what it is they do yet, but if Aramis is trying to collect them, it's nothing good.
السيستم ديال اللوت. يطيح شي لوت راه شي تيهجم عليك بنادم نورمال.
It just ended up working out perfectly because you got all the simple arc weaponry and the arc shielded captains. It feels right with that release, almost like we planned it.
Arc is a damage type that's about proximity, right? It's about going fast up into your enemy's faces and like deleting them. It's the damage type for people that want to hold W. You don't want to retreat.
Unbridled aggression to the max.
Hunter is really about close range action, being fluid and dynamic and agile, evasive. So we're going to give Arc Hunter a new super. We call it Gathering Storm, where you summon your
كاع لي ديفلوبر كتلقاهم بيزار، ما تلقاهمش لاعبين عادي.
and then it will embed into
قبل
the
هذا
ground
المشكل.
or into like bosses or mini bosses or champions and jolt them. Like a big lightning strike will strike the staff and overcharge it. And while that staff is overcharged,
كومبيتونس جديدة جابوا لي.
Tesla coiling little lightning bolts out at nearby enemies.
سامبا.
It's kind of this elemental
سبيسيال
concept.
كبير.
You are a class that will turn yourself into lightning. You will create things out of lightning. Previously, you know, we had this exotic armor piece.
تي كنت كتقلب على داكشي ديال فهمتيني الضوء بزاف لي زيكسبلوزيون اللازر في جوايه كيف فهمتيني
and does more damage as a result.
مشعشعه القضيه الجيم ديالك.
Base arc soul behavior. Anytime you are amplified, any arc soul you have from any source will become the supercharged version that will fire off just rapid fire bolts.
السلاح كي داير.
Titan's about being this unstoppable freight train. It's about this constant movement. So we gave Titans a new movement option. Something that we felt like is going to be competitive in this new environment of air dodges and air slams. That's a new ability called Thruster. And it's all in first person. It's all very much in the heat of the moment. You see it happen. Its whole property is like rush down or get away. It's a movement tool to the max. There's going to be this
nice one.
melee ability called Thunderclap, which is like an amazing thing where he like charges his fist of super flashy. It's our first ever charge melee. So you hold down the button, and as that cocks back and charges up, you'll end up doing more damage and getting a little bit more range.
اوه طمال طمال.
Goal of deleting things. I believe in PvP a full charge is on one
كومبيتونس واعره هذيك.
It's a little
قالك زعما فهمتيني ملي كيعمر يديك كتحس بها عقي فوالا.
really read your opponent here. The whole through line with Arc is like, it really isn't that complicated. It's move fast, hit hard, and stay alive.
طمال. فرق على الطيارة. اوكي.
What I'm most excited about in Season of Plunder is that this is really a season that has a sense of adventure. You're exploring the system, you're looking for pirate treasure, pirate relics. You're seeing the world evolve in a way we haven't done before.
I love that with the activities in the season, like we just leaned really hard into the pirate fancies. I love that we have your own catch. I love that you're tracking down buried treasure and then going after the pirate leaders in their caves.
The interesting thing about Destiny is we're not just a fantasy game or a sci-fi game, we're kind of a blend of both.
هي سامبا تكون واقيلا كوب الا كوب الا كان فهمتيني الا كان البلان ديالها فهمتيني ديال انه لي بيرات حتى هما يكونوا بنادم حتى هما يكونوا فهمتيني باش تكون ملتي جوار. اما ملي كيكون فهمتيني غادي تبين يجي كطلع في الراس. خاص مثلا فهمتيني انت جاي باغي تتبع البيرات والبيرات حتى هو فهمتيني يكون بنادم فهمتيني خصو يقتلك هذيك حاجه اخرى
So jump in,
هذه اللي ناقصه في ديستيني
set sail, become the captain, and build your crew today in Destiny.
King's Fall returns free for all players. اوكي هذه فري هاد اللعيبه هادي شنو هي؟ هادي زعما فهمتيني ماشي دي ال سي كاع اللي عندهم ديستيني يقدروا يلعبوها. نايس. ريتكس هيز ترون الملك راجع ياخذ الطرون ديالو. وات دير معاه الحبس. play for free play armor world banking. هيهضروا عليه.
Man, it is so awesome seeing King's Fall return to Destiny.
Yeah, actually, King's Fall was the first thing I got to work on at Bungie. And I'm thrilled that a whole new generation of Guardians will get to experience this refreshed and reloaded showdown with the Taken King.
So, we've shown you Lightfall. We've shown you the new damage type.
إنه
We've shown you some of the deeper changes to the game that we're going to be making throughout the next year. But we have one more thing that we are excited to announce today.
Destiny is coming to the Epic Games.
الطريقه باش يهضروا تحس بانه هو تيقول لك وي ار اكسايتد فهمتيني نديرو سميتو ولكن تحس به هو اصلا كاع مزهور.
They love Destiny. And we are just huge fans of what they've been doing in the social.
شنو يديروا مع ايبيك؟
When we first started working with Epic, we sat down and talked about the impact that their games have had on us. And they had a bunch of the same stories for us.
They shared stories about playing the Vault of Glass and how much they enjoy the social experiences in Destiny. And I got to talk about the summer of Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 5, when my whole
جي شي سكين
was
واقيلا.
laser focused, taking turns in the island to unlock Drift.
In addition to launching all of Destiny 2 on the Epic Games Store today, for the next week, if you download the game on Epic, we will give you the 30th anniversary for free. If you haven't earned your Galahorn yet, or you haven't played the Grasp Dungeon, come to the Epic Games Store and you can jump in for free.
We want to welcome all these new Guardians with a celebration, one that stretches a little further
إلا شريتي الجيم.
than the last city.
Destiny 2 join the Epic Store. غادي تتباع في Epic Store. هادي فهمتيني غير سكينات كيهضروا هاد السكينات غيديروها في السكين ديالها غيديروها في فورتنايت ويديروها في سميتو فال جايز. واي فور فري. إلا عندك واقيلا ديستيني دوتش كليمي بابور.
A few years ago, we shared our plans for the Light and Darkness saga. This journey, years in the making, is coming to an end. Since we started charting our own course, we've been building this story. Across 5 years of expansions, since the first pyramid ship emerged in Shadowkeep, and we first spoke to the Dark
It's time for Destiny 3.
Lost Beyond Light, the Witch Queen, and coming up in Lightfall in the final shape, we're building towards a climactic collision between the powers of light and dark.
We've also been working on the Destiny engine behind the scenes, preparing our technology and our game to last for many, many years to come. Because Destiny 2 is not going anywhere, and neither are your expansions. We want this story, since we first communed with the darkness on the moon, to be fully playable, start to finish. And we're happy to announce today that we are not planning to sunset any more expansions.
على سلامتكم.
We want the Destiny universe to grow, and we're going to continue to do everything that we can behind the scenes to keep that possible within our game engine.
But enough about the distant
ما يبقاوش يزيدوا لك
future.
لي
Let's talk
زيكستنسيون.
about today. the best day all year to jump into
The
Destiny.
last one هو هذا.
Yes, because if you're looking to catch up, right now, all expansions are free to play for this entire week on every platform for everyone.
Right now, Season of Plunder is live, and the Helms get a set of supercharged art gear for anyone looking to catch up on the fun.
Destiny is live on the Epic Games Store. You can download it for free, and you can get the 30th anniversary pack as your welcome gift.
And if you liked what you saw about the future, right now, pre-orders for Lightfall are live on all platforms. And anyone who purchases the annual pass gets the exotic auto rifle Quicksilver Storm today.
Today is a perfect day to play Destiny.
الا شريتي دابا غيعطيوك داك
So we'll
السلاح.
see you in game.
نايس. بري اوردر باش يعطيوك سلاح. هاني الباس. يعاودو يبينو لنا عاوتاني نفس السكين، غيبينو لنا كاع داكشي اللي دوزو. دونك على حسب ما شفنا كاينين 3 ديال الدي ال سي لايت فال اللي غيجي في العام الجاي. ذا كينغ ريزروتورن وسميتو والاخر ديال البيرات، زياده على لي كومبيتونس اللي غيزيدو. وعاد انه فهمتيني في ايبيك ستور غادي تكون عندك سكينات ديال فورتنايت وفي ديال فال جايز، فهمتيني تقدر تكريميهم بابا. هادي اللي عندك باس دونك صافا، فهمتيني من كنتي من المحبين ديال ديستني كنظن بانه فهمتيني بون افير تستاهل، فهمتيني ديستني كوميم تستاهل الثمن ديالها، واخا بنادم ما تيهضرش عليها بزاف وما تيلعبهاش فهمتيني ما كايناش ما تتحسش بان فهمتيني راه كاين الكوميونيتي ديالها دايره بك بزاف، ولكن راه عندهم الناس ديالهم بزاف. ما سمعتيش بقول لك 5 مليون ديال الناس اللي كيلعبوا اللي شراوها مؤخرا، زياده على الناس اللي كانوا قبل. كنظن بانه فهمتيني الاخراني هاد سميتو غيكون مفرقع صافي. دونك سالا البراوز سميتو هذا كان هو سميتو الشوكيز ديال ديستني، ان شاء الله يكون عجبكم. نتلاقاو ان شاء الله في النيكست فيديو. الدراري يقدر يكون بحال هكا شي حاجه اللي غنشوف في البروغرام ديال الجيمز كوم، الا كانت شي حاجه اللي تستاهل راه غادي نهضر عليها وندير عليها بحال هكا فيديو، الا ما كانت شي حاجه فهمتيني حتى يسالي الجيمز كوم وندير لكم فهمتيني واحد الاختصار، واحد الريزومي عليه كامل، نقول لكم هذاك الشيء اللي طرا فيه. ان شاء الله نتلاقاو الدراري في النيكست فيديو. تهلاو في راسكم، كان معكم الخايش طفيدكش.